you doing? Well, this is kind of spontaneous live broadcasting from me. I have been thinking about doing live streaming for you to give you tips and exercises about the skating. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks in Spanish, but now I will be doing it in English. I have to remove the buckle strap in some skates I have, so this will take about half an hour because I will explain a little bit about certain things. After maybe 2 years you will probably need to replace something, maybe the liner, maybe the top buckle strap. Here I have this surface. When you need to replace something, to do something with your skates, I totally recommend to have a table or some surface you can use to avoid losing something, because you will see screws, you will see washers and different parts that are very small, so you need to be very careful. Alright, first of all I will explain what a top buckle strap is. You probably already know this, but some people might not. So the top buckle strap is this stuff you see here, is like well, it's a security device. There are two parts. You have the actual strap here. There is mechanism. Here is a mechanism, and you have the strap and a receptor, also called ratchet. Then when you put on your skates, you place this strap in the receptor and it goes in here, and it stays like this while you are skating. Well, this is the top buckle strap. It's also called memory strap, and in some skates, for example the Rollerblade Fusion X3, you will not have this top buckle strap. You will have a Velcro strap. That is, I don't like Velcro straps actually. I always recommend to have a plastic top buckle strap here and not Velcro, because Velcro doesn't give you the safety or the security you need for this area. You actually need this to be very solid, not something to move from one side to the other. In aggressive skating, sometimes to have this area a little loose is okay, so that's why some skates come with Velcro and not with a buckle strap. Also, there are differences between models. For example, between free skate models. In this case, you will see that if I take it out, when I goes in, this thing goes into a slot here, and it stays inside. The strap goes in like this. You won't see the strap like in this area because it's inside the boot, inside the cuff. But in this model, this is the This is the Seva FR1, and here I have the rollerblade twister. In this case, I also have a top buckle strap, but this top buckle strap, I take it out, and when I take it in, it goes out. You see here that it goes out. The strap stays outside. I actually prefer a strap going in. Why? Because when you skate, and your skates are very close, you may be touching one and the other here, and it's not good. Here you will see another example of what I'm explaining. I take it out here, take it out, and when it goes in, it stays in. Actually, if I don't put attention here, it will go out. You see here, the strap is going out. But this model, this is a USD carbon boot. It's made in a way that you can place the strap inside, and it stays inside. It goes in. It goes behind this area. So this is better than going out. Well, those are some differences, but not the only differences. There are some other things, for example, safety stuff here. You will see in this model, the rollerblade twister, that here there is like a button, not like a button here. You see it? This is a safety device, safety button. You click here, it will be impossible to open without pushing the button. If I push the button, I can take it out. So if you had this button in your skate, use it. You see here the button? So you have to really push the button, and it stays in. This is very safe. And in some other models, you don't have this button. Here I have the FR1, and it's not there. I don't have the button here. So this will stay fine. It will be fine, but the button, it makes it better. So those are some differences, and not the only ones. In some cases you have, for the receptor here, you will see that here, if I want to open, you need to push and open. Push and open. But in the rollerblade twister, I have to pull and open. This is very different. I had to pull out and open to take the strap out. You see the difference, right? I had to pull. And I actually prefer the one where you have to pull out. Why? Just like before, this depends on your technique. If your skate is very close, you can touch one skate and the other, and you may be pushing the button without realizing it. So if I click here, it will open the strap like this, and you don't want that to happen. So I really prefer the one that needs to be pulled out. And one last difference. It's not a difference between skates. It's a difference between how long the strap is. The straps here. This strap could be 180 millimeter, could be 200 millimeters and 220 millimeters. It depends on how big is your boot size. All right. Kind of a table to calculate how long this is. I will give you the numbers here. Is if your size boot is between 34 and 37, the strap will be 180. All right, I'm saying European sizes. It will be between 2 and 5 in US size. If your size boot is between 38 and 42 European size, this will be 200 millimeter. Is between 6 and 9 in US size. If your boot size is between 42 and 47, the strap will be 220. All right, that size corresponds between 9 and 13 US size. So this actually depends on how big is the skate. So it's impossible to find a boot size that is 46, for example, with a strap that is 180. You need to be careful about this, because if you need to buy the replacement, you need the correct size. In the stores you will see some that are longer than others. You can find, for example, power slide replacements like this that comes with a little bag. You have the hardware here, the screws and washers, and here you have the two parts. Here is the receptor. All right, here is the receptor, and you have the strap here with the buckle in this area. Some of these are plastic. In power slide, this buckle is plastic. Here you see is metal. All right, this part is metal, but the actual area you pull out is plastic. In other cases, you will see this is metal. It's completely made of metal, aluminium in most cases. For example, in this replacement I have here, this is made by razors. Seba also has metal parts. This is metal, the receptor, but also the actual buckle is metal. This is made of metal. It's painted black, but it's metal. And metal is obviously stronger than plastic. Here you have the screws and washers too. This is very important because the screws and washers are not easy to find separately. So when you buy them, you will find the set. Alright, this is usually a kit where you will have two buckle straps, one for one side and one for the other. Power slide usually sell them just one side, but in my opinion it's better to buy the set, because when this strap gets broken, it happens because the plastic gets old. When one side gets old, the other side gets old as well. So if this gets broken, you may be replacing one side and the other side will get broken 1 month later. So it's better to replace both at the same time. I will not replace them now because I don't want to spend a lot of time here. I wanted to explain all this, but I will not replace them completely. I mean, I will show you how to do it partially. You need to be very careful here to avoid losing anything. So what will you need to replace? In this case, I need to remove the buckle strap here, the buckle strap and the receptor. Alright, you will need screwdrivers. Make sure it's the right size, the right size and the right type. If you have, I will show you that here you will have two screws here, 1 and 2, and the receptor will have 1 screw here. Alright, and in this case these screws are Phillips. So if they are Phillips, make sure you have a Phillips screwdriver. Alright, don't try to use something like this. This is incorrect. Don't try to go in with this thing and placing diagonally or something like that, because you will damage the screwdriver or maybe the screw here. If you damage the screw, it will be impossible to remove it. So make sure you have the right screwdriver. In this case I have 2 here, 2 Phillips. One is bigger than the other, and in this case this size is better. Make sure it goes in all the way in, and make sure you have the strength to do it also. It's good to have all these things in a table, as I told you before, and you place it here and just a little bit, not a lot, but make sure you remove it easily. Shouldn't be a lot of strength. In most cases you will see 2 screwdrivers. It may vary from one model to the other, but in general you will see 2 screws here and one in the other side of the boot. The receptor is always in the inside edge, and these are on the outside. Maybe the washer, the inside part. So you need to place a finger here, because in the inside you have the washer. So you need to place your index finger or something there to keep it in place, to be able to remove the screws. I have one here, and I will be very careful taking out the washer. The same with the other. As you see, this is very, very easy. You don't need to pay someone to do it. If you want to pay, that's fine, but you don't actually need to do that. Just need to be very careful and to have the right tool. Here I have the tool, and you see, this is it. I can remove the receptor now. I don't know if you will be able to see it there. I will place it like this. And remember to be very careful with the washer on the other side. Here is the receptor. I will push it with something else here. I have the washer here. Alright. Make sure you don't lose these things here. You need 3 screws and 3 washers, the receptor and the buckle strap, and that's it. Then you can buy a new one and replace. It usually happens when this gets broken and you need to replace it, or maybe this is broken. Sometimes when this gets broken, you can just replace this part, and you don't need to remove all the mechanism. And that's it, guys. And well, I hope this was useful for you, and if you have any question, you can write in the comments, or you can send me a WhatsApp. And well, that's it, guys. I hope you are enjoying your skating and practicing. If you have any problem, you can send me a question. I'm a certified instructor, and I will be helping you whatever you need with skating. So I hope I can see you next week. Well, actually I won't see you. Even if I wanted to do it, I won't be able to see you, but you will see me, okay? So, well, that's it. We will see each other next week. I love you all. Bye bye.